Welcome to the broadcast. Here we go again. Awakening spiritual gifts. And I'm sorry, my hair is like super wet. I just showered and so it's wet. So welcome. So happy to be here. Let me make sure it's all working. Dun, dun, dun. Yep. Okay. It says it's live. I was kind of having some little bit of I'm hoping my computer's not like getting old or something. It's been requiring a bunch of updates and some things aren't working on it. So I'm hoping it's good. So if there's any weird things, if you get any hiccups or you can't hear me, just let me know. I guess if you can't hear me, then you didn't hear me say that. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay, so go ahead and leave any questions or comments and in below, and we'll see what we can get to today. Beginning here, I'd love to just kind of touch base on the energy of what's coming up, kind of the collective energy of the day. Yesterday it was kind of fun to see this. It's kind of like a resilient energy, but I thought it was kind of interesting that, like, you know, symbolically we've got some things going on planetary. You know, we just had our new moon or a full moon, which is it was like a pink full moon, and it's in Scorpio. There's all kinds of fun things there, but it definitely had kind of that resilient bounce back, a little bit bold in messaging coming up. So I'm really curious what's going on today. So let's look at the energy really fast of what's going on in the collective energy for all of us. Okay, it's kind of interesting. So because of yesterday, kind of that, I said resiliency, but it was also kind of like, pulling something out, like dipping down into your life. And or having something show up in your life and you're like, you know what, I'm done with this. Like, this doesn't really work for me. So it was also some of that energy. And today there's a bit of like allowing yourself to grieve and to let the things that are meant to go away just to blow away. And so there's a little bit of a solemn energy, like, oh yeah, this is kind of sad to grieve it. Let's mourn it. Let's release it. It's all good, but it's just taking that little breath and that little moment to just acknowledge something that you loved, really grieving something or letting something go. And it kind of has a little bit of sting on the heart. That really is just all about the because of loving something. When you love something, you've got some emotions tied to it. So that's what it is. So hopefully, if you're experiencing this, you can just kind of lean into it, look at it, feel it, release it, acknowledge it, and then just let it go. And then it's ready for the next level coming up. So really good. And Nicole, thank you. Yes, thank you. My shower hair. I'm like, you know, when you hop on this often, you're just going to get real life sometimes. And I was a super sweaty mess. And for my birthday, my daughter had done like a little purple stripe on my gray. So I had leftover purple stripes. I was like, I need to wash my hair. So, okay, well, let's get to some questions that we've got here coming in. So good to see all of you. Elaine, let's go right to you, my dear. I've been having trouble with neck and shoulders and headaches. Can you check on that? Absolutely. Let me look at just kind of what's going on in your energy here. Okay, I'm just trying to look at the origin of the energy here. So what I'm seeing and feeling, because it's also coming in like I can feel kind of what it is, but it's looking like a big giant wedge. It's just kind of coming in, like kind of crushing your head and going down to the back of your neck, which is kind of where your eyes are, and into your neck. Okay, it feels like there's a situation or some things in your life going on that are feeling forced down upon you. And it's not necessarily what you would like. It's not what you want. It's not what you ideally like to experience or to see, but it's happening anyway. And it's just like, like it's just kind of something being pressed down upon you. It could even possibly be multiple things. But this does feel a little bit more, especially where it's just kind of shaped like that. It feels, if it's multiple things and they're kind of clumped in with a similar theme, and it could be also, it feels a little bit like maybe other people's choices, other people's consequences, or things that are happening in their lives are now coming into your life. Perhaps there's some challenges coming up, health, financial, it just feels like things out of your control, and something's happening, and it's just kind of creating some pain there. So some things that could help with that, first and foremost, breathing, because it feels like I'm holding my breath because of all of this going on. So there's some holding of the breath. So make sure that you're taking that time to breathe and get like those deep breaths in to just do the cleansing. Also, it feels like you're a little bit low in oxygen, even from just like all of this, when you're in your fight or flight mode, you start doing shallow breathing. And so it feels like you've been doing shallow breathing and you're not even getting enough oxygen to the brain, which could also be adding to the headache situation. Also adding to the headache could be, it looks like there's just a lot of swirls, a lot of things going on, trying to figure things out. So it just kind of feels like there's just a lot going on for you right now. So breathing, allowing some of that release, the energy that I talked about today. This could be a great time to just almost like look at a situation and then release your attachment to the outcome or the expectation or the ideal scenario, whatever it is that you're experiencing. Like, can it be okay? Whatever it is right now, can it be okay? And can it still have value? Even if it's painful, even if it's not what you want, even what you like, is there still some value in things just the way it is? Because that value can come in unique forms. So don't forget to take those deep breaths. Let me know, Elaine, on how that helps. It does. It just feels like, if you could just kind of start to release and get some of that flow back. And today you might have to just still do a little bit of that mourning or grieving or releasing all of those things. So let me know on that. Sending love, because there's a lot going on there. You can definitely see that. Okay, let's go to Nicole. Let's go to you, my dear. Struggling with making some decisions how to best support myself in my health. I'm looking at purchasing a specific tool, as well as scheduling an appointment with a doctor. Can you look into what would be for my greatest good? Yeah, let's look at the energy of. Okay, so when I look at, when I'm looking at you and the energy of whatever that tool is, it looks like you're gonna receive it, but then you instinctively are gonna also start looking at how to help other people with it. So something about that is very much like, help me help you. And it actually feels like that's also part of who you are too. Like when you get a healing method or tool or something that was successful for you, it's like you just want to share it with others. So I don't know if it's necessarily only tied to this tool, but if the tool keeps coming back to you as something that is going to be useful for you, you may just want to take that leap of faith. But just to know that is a pattern that is just in you. You're going to instinctively do that, which is someone who cares about humanity and healing. We often do. We heal ourselves and then help heal others. So that's pretty good. And then it feels like there's even more answers within you. Like, I'm all for getting information. Like, I use doctors for, give me some blood tests. Tell me, I love to just go for diagnosis. Just tell me, where, give me the thing for the blood work, or let's look at this. And then once I start to get some of that diagnosis, for the solutions, I turn inward and find some of my tools myself, which I'll listen to if they have some advice, and then I just kind of build on it. So it feels like there could just be some answers for you. If you choose to go to the doctor or not, that's great. But I feel like there's going to be some more internal answers for you that are coming. This is part of the journey. So whatever breadcrumb, whatever trails you go on to gather information, that's awesome. But then you've also got more internal ones that are coming and that you'll discover them. It just feels like a timing thing. It just feels like, well, okay, good. Now you got this piece, and then now another piece is coming. So as you seek and you're opening up yourself to those things, you'll be receiving those next pieces for you. And in a way, it's kind of weird, but we can actually be grateful for the challenges. We can be grateful for the health issues that we have, because once we realize how to take care of them and how to help them, and if there's some great resources or whatever that we've experienced, then it's amazing that we can share those with others, and it just like it multiplies and stretches out to others. So super good gifts there. So let's see, is it a tool? Is this tool? Okay, here as we go. Okay, love it. Love the extra thing on here, getting clarity. Yeah, that's what I use them for. And so it's like, and sometimes they offer great little things, but it just feels like you're such a seeker that it's just another little piece for you to know. And then the tool, it doesn't feel like that. It just felt like something that you're going to get and amplify to others. So you're going to just help serve. So hopefully that helps you on that. You are super intuitive, and perhaps making the decision on that, especially with the tool that you want to buy, is can you approach it a little bit more objectively? What is the fear about it? Is it like fear of making a wasteful investment? Then can you release yourself from the money? Can you just look at this decision straight objectively and go, I have no fear. There's no right or wrong. I'm just going to look at this and go, is this for me? And just lean into that intuitive answer without any fears or attachments of other outcome. Just, it's almost like looking at money as it is an exchange. It's just an energetic exchange of some kind. And so when you look at it more objectively, then you realize, like, even if it's a lesson of, that wasn't the best purchase that I made, did you still get value out of that experience? Yes. If you were to put it in like a school or a university, a life university, then you could actually say, yeah, that was totally worth that money. I just went to this class 101, how to listen to my intuition and make the best purchase possible 101, and that's like, oh yeah, that was a great investment because I learned a lot with that, so whatever it is, it's all good, and just just go ahead and find it. But that objectivity is super helpful in making the decisions, because then you're not tied to an outcome either way. You're just stepping in and leaning in and making a yes or no. So that's really awesome. Okay, let's see here. Let's go back up. Oh, love it. You're welcome, Elaine. Let's see here. Wait a minute. What the heck? Nicole asked a question. Yes, Carissa, you asked a question about making a purchase. Oh my goodness. Are they one and the same? I would actually probably say similar answers on that. Don't you guys just love the synchronicity on these lives? Like, so many times somebody has a question and then there's like a theme, like multiple people have the same question. I'll go to you, Carissa, really fast. I'm just see if there's anything energetic additional, and then I'll go back up. So let's see here. Okay, let's look at yours, Carissa, and see this purchase. I know, really, is it the same purchase? Okay. Okay, let me look at for you what's coming up energetically about it. Some of it is similar. Just that fear of it's not to say the fear might be too strong of a word, but it's that desire to make the right choice, to do the right thing, to do the best thing. And like, well, that is such a noble desire of our heart, and so many of us have that, right? It's like, oh, I just want to make the best choice. Well, sometimes that can actually be a vice, and that can actually get us hung up too much, because then we get too worried or too afraid, or start to tie in choices to too much of our mental or our worth. And it's like, what if there is no right choice here? Like your desire is good, but what if it's like, it's not necessarily a good or bad or right or wrong. It just is an experience that you get to choose into. And that's why I love like just picturing that you're just, you pray about it, you get that connection, you just go, here's the desires of my heart, and this is the choice that I'm making, and then move and make a choice. God can't move a parked car. You guys hear me say that a lot, but it's like he can help course correct. You make that choice, you go, that wasn't the best one, or oh, here's how I'm going to do this better. And so it just feels like with this one, there's a little too much tied up with like making the right choice. You don't want to make a wrong one. You don't want to be wasteful. You don't want to, which I get. I totally get. Like we've all got some of that. So again, some of that similar advice that I said for Nicole above would be really awesome, is to approach it with that objectivity, to release the concern about doing something wrong or making sure you're doing something right, and just lean into what your intuition says. And I'd be really curious about, like you said, you got guidance that you received about it. So follow that internal voice in your heart. And picture, one of the things that I love to do that with making decisions like this is step into the future. If you don't make this choice, how would it feel? You don't have this purchase. You don't have this thing that you were thinking about. You didn't do it, and now it's in the future. How would you feel? If you feel a little bit like, I should have done that, and if you start feeling like, I think I might regret it, then to make that decision. If you're stepping into the future and you're just like, I just don't even miss it. Like, it's like, yeah, I could have, but it didn't require that much extra oomph. It didn't give me that much oomph in my life, then you don't have to make that decision. So stepping into that future possibility and how I'd feel and how I think about it and everything is really helpful. So I hope that helps for you. Hold on, we got to do a blocky troll. Appreciate your heart person, but bye-bye. I would like to know if it actually really works to do some of these little messaging people, little trolls. Sorry if you are seeing them. Okay. I'm curious if you guys are talking about the same purchase. That would be really funny. Okay, let's go to you, Patch, or Kristen. How are you doing? Oh, this is so fun. I'm just going through all these little comments really fast. Okay, I'm going to go to you, Kristen. How are you doing? Okay, let's see. Let's look at why his headache, body aches. I know he's been working through that long. He's such a sensitive little dude. And then, is it empath or cosmic? So let's look at that for him today. Okay, so the intuitive personality type. I'm pretty sure you're familiar with that, but let me just put that here for, if you haven't, here's a quiz you can kind of take to find out what your intuitive personality type is. But this is like that sky, earth. You find out where kind of that intuitive personality anchor is, the sky or the earth, the mind or the heart. And it really just feels like he's so strongly that sky and requires so much more freedom than I think that sometimes school can provide. And so it's almost, oh my goodness, he's reminding me, his energy, like this element is reminding me of my son, my 21-year-old son. Like he just had to have freedom. He'd go to school and then he would almost have stress so bad that it affected his physicalness. He would get nausea, he would get vertigo. Like there was just a lot of things, and it was just because he wanted to learn more, and it just felt like a cage, or it felt like pressure. and the pressure of all the school and all the expectations would just kind of make him feel really kind of yucky. We ended up homeschooling him for a while, and that really helped a lot because then we could learn topics. He's very brilliant, and so we were able to learn topics that he was interested in, and go as far and deep as he wanted to learn. And it feels like your little guy is like that too. Like he has a very bright mind. It's like he wants to go like this, outward, upward and outward in vastness in his mind and in his learning and what he's interested in and his emotions. And there's just so much like this. And then the structure of too much of the routine in the school, it just kind of puts him in the box. So, I wonder are there some warning signs that you could start to identify ahead of time? Like, and the reason why I brought up the little personality thing there is then you could start to go, I'm seeing some warning signs. He requires more sky energy. What can I do to refuel his sky? If you remember, the structure of school is earth energy. So if your personality is more, if your personality is more that sky, then that means you've got to take, like I do it every single day. If I have to do a bunch of earth stuff, then at the end of the day, I try to do something back to kind of put me to my home base, my anchor of that sky energy. And same kind of thing for him. And if he's going to school every single day, that regimen, that routine is going to start wearing on him. So what can you do spontaneous? What can you do that, are there any shows to watch, activities to do, conversations to have, things that you can do to kind of spark and keep his sky energy alive, even when he has to dip into the other one and stay in that energy for a bit. So that fills a lot of it. It's just like his sky, like that part of his personality is just hungry. And then also, and that also includes empathic too. He is picking up a lot of things from other people, but some of it is their expectations. I cannot stand some of the way, like, bless their hearts, like some of the school counselors or school teachers, like the things that they love, but their languaging feels like prison to me. And so it's like, because it's just that polar opposite. And so they think that they're being so super helpful. Well, you got to do this because of and it's like soul crushing to my style. So, and I think it's part of that with him. So empathically, he's feeling those expectations. He's feeling all the energies. He does want to do well. There's desires of wanting to excel and like achieve and to be a shining star and to do all those things and connect with the people and to talk and to create. He's got all these little desires, and that is just like going and kind of squibushing him a bit. So definitely, see what you can do in sky energy and see if it can help him feel better health-wise. Literally, I've gotten rid of headaches, depression, anxiety, just by tapping into that. So, oh, good. And I'm so glad to hear this. Yes. Like, this is one thing I love about knowing your intuitive personality type is because it's not just, I literally, when I've taught this over the years, I used to call them energy anchors because it's the way the energy comes into your personality. It's like an anchor in. And yes, we have all of them in all of us. Like every single one of us have all four, and we use them at different times, and we can learn to speak the language of it and to even maybe do it really, really well because we've learned it. But the place and our anchor and our dominant one is like our refuel point. It's the place that just sparks like light and joy in us. And it's like, breath of fresh air. And it just like fuels you to do all the rest of it. So if you do the others, great, you do it, but you got to come back to your energy, that point where you just refuel. So if you have not, so I totally recommend the quiz. Also, if you are not in our group, make sure that you are. There's some videos there that talk about it even more. So really cool. Okay, so let's see here. So love it. I hope that helped. Okay, let's go to Kara. This is so cool. And I love this. Look, you can see YouTube. Just want to let you know my procedure went wonderfully. Your words were so helpful. Oh, I love that. Thank you. Thank you for the update. I love hearing it. And Yeah, and I'm glad that the procedure went well. So sending you love on that. And I did. I had a great birthday weekend, so thank you. And I don't know what this purchase is. Like, do I need, is there something going on about some purchase, something to buy that I like, give me the memo on this? Like, I love cool toys. Let me know. Actually, I kind of feel like, do I already have it? That's kind of a feeling. All right. Just going down the, Yes, I'm so glad you guys are here. Where did you go? I swear I saw one up here. There we go. Natalie. There you are, my dear. Like, I know I saw one somewhere. Where did it go? Okay, Natalie, let's see what's going on for you today. Let's just do a general read. Okay, so the energy today is kind of fun. I just see it almost pulling inward. Like it's so if you're feeling like extra introverted today, just know it's part of this energy flow, and it's totally okay. But it feels like almost an inward pull, like inward, and then it's also going down, and it's like traveling. It pulls in through your mind and your eyes and pulls in, and then it starts moving down. Like it's just almost like listening to your internal voice, listening to your own heart, like just pulling inward so you can hear and feel. And it also is moving down. And interestingly enough, it's even going into your feet, which tells me that there might be some action step for you to take, or something for you to do and to step into, or a direction to turn into, but only you would know it, because it's such an internal thing that you're feeling. And it's just like, it may just be something that only you would, you would know because of that inward voice. So if you're feeling that, trust it. And if you feel like you're supposed to take a step in a direction, follow that, especially with that internal direction there. So that is really cool. So love that. Let me know how it resonates, Natalie. Oh, good. You totally are. I love that. Love to hear. And yep, I do have the Healy. So that's funny. I was like, I feel like I have that. Whatever it is you guys are talking about. It is true. It's the Healy. I do have the Healy. I do like the Healy. Okay, let's go to, oh, and Nicole. Yes, you do already have one. I do. It is a tool that I like. There's quite a few. I got a lot of fun toys around here that I like. There's some others that are on the horizon that I'm going to be getting. It's been like, I'm kind of a collector of healing things and modality. That's why I've had so many over like 20 years of like all these things. It's like, I just like, I'm a collector of information. It's just like, oh, I want to experience that. Oh, I want to learn this. Oh, I want to have this. Like, it's like, it's so funny. So I'm a Taurus, and the phrase they say for Taurus is to I have. I'm like, I'm not really like a material person. Like I always have to have materialism. But then I realize I'm like, oh, I totally do have that with my things that I want to experience and have in that regard. Like my knowledge, the books that I want to have, all the courses that I want to go through. So it's so funny. The Healy is a microcurrent device. And I can even kind of put like a little, I can put, oh, here's Alicia's question. What is a Healy? It's a microcurrent device. The FDA has even like proved it for being a microcurrent, so it can help with like pain and stuff. But it's got all these frequencies that it can run. And I've got the level where you can scan your body and tell you like what your aura is doing, and what programs your body's asking for, what frequencies. And then there's these little bracelets that you can wear. It's over. Where did I put it? Oh, it's right here. Anyway, but you've got these little bracelets you can wear, like these electrodes, and it can send your little microcurrent to you. So look, it's like a little bracelet that I put on, and it's just this little thing, and then I operate it from my phone app, and it scans it. So yeah, if you want more information on that, I can totally post a link, because they're changing it up, and if you buy this model now, this certain model, then it locks you in, because they're going to a subscription model. So anyway, and oh, you know what? Oh, this is a little side note too. Oh, wait, where'd it go? Grayson, one more thought came up too. Is he on devices a lot? Is he on computers, iPads, phones? everything like that. Because if he has, which I feel like he's got a lot of the clairsentient and the senses in his body, and he could be picking up too many signals or Wi-Fi or EMF stuff. So he may just require some like outdoor sunshine. You know, like I've got my little, this is my little Juva anion emitter, and it has negative ions, and it keeps me from feeling sick when I'm at my computer. And I have other things all around that'll counter some of these frequencies, because I'm super, super sensitive to it. And I sit there and do this sometimes, so it doesn't make me sick or give me headaches. But I had that feeling too, that if he's on devices, it makes me feel weird, and I get headaches and nausea and stuff. So, all right, let's look at this one. Sandy, we're going to go to you. So happy you're here. Any changes on the horizon for you, please? I want to travel very soon. Oh my goodness. I know, right? I want to travel. I just don't want I don't want them. It's just so unsure of all this COVID stuff everywhere. And like, am I going to try to travel to another country and then all of a sudden they're going to say, oh, I'm sorry, you can't go because you don't have that vaccine? And I'm not getting that. So I just want to travel too, though. I love traveling. My son's a travelaholic. He's actually going to Honduras and Egypt this month. 2 places. Traveling, well, May. He's leaving this week. Okay, let's look though for you, Sandy. So I am just drawing you for just a minute. You know, obviously future things can change depending on choice and agency, but I'm just going to see if there's anything in your energy field that's keeping you where you're at, or what it is that could free you up to move. I do see there's a little bit of like a waiting for you, and it feels like there are just legitimate things that you're having to wait for. Okay, so I'm seeing just a little bit more of this like waiting energy, but instead of just waiting, it's like, why? I just want to move forward. Why can I not move forward? Because that could be really easy to get a little frustrated if you're wanting to move forward and you're not. So what I can also see is this could be an opportunity for you to be gathering something else. So is there more knowledge that you can receive? Is there more preparation? Is there more something that you can do or learn or get excited about, like almost as a way to fuel, like to refuel yourself and to feel nice and full and recharged, so that when you can move forward, then it's like, yes, and you can take all of that energy and move out. Right now, it looks like you're kind of holding everything back. Not everything, but it looks like there's a lot of things that you're holding back and down. So thinking that the movement forward is going to refuel you, right? Like you're waiting for the gate to open, so then, oh, I can feel that. So how can you feel recharged and fueled before that movement? And then when you open it and you experience the movement, you can travel and you can go forward again. It's just going to be amplified, and you're going to have extra excitement, extra strength, extra knowledge, extra whatever it is that you have been building while you're waiting. So let me know on that. That was pretty fun. I think like there was a lot of these things today that I think were helpful for other people. I know I've even got some good reminders today. Let's see. And yeah, I can put a link for that little silver pen thing. I know it looks like a pen, but it's not. Oh, let's see. Oops, I meant to go to this one. Yeah, this is the anion emitter. I love it. There's actually a video that I had that I shared some of my favorite tools on, and I can even tell you it's in the free Facebook group, the Awakening Gifts, Spiritual Gifts. Here, let me see if I can find here it is. We got this free Facebook group. So if you're in there, I did post a video. It's like 8 minutes long, and I go through, actually even went through my Healy. I did my Healy, I did this, I did some of my other tools that I use for like EMF protection, like my little things on my phone, my little orgone things. Did I go through tuning forks and stuff? I don't know. But anyway, I did a video on that in there if you want to watch that. And let's see here. Oh, and yeah, the Healy was fun. Jennifer even mentioned she scanned her corn plant and a dog. Yeah, you can scan different objects. It's really cool. Okay, so let's see here. Love this. Let's go to you, Monica, and then you will. Let's, because this is kind of a fun one. Your daughter, and she's with you, so she's asking. She would like to ask if you have some insight into her spiritual gifts. Okay. Let me look at Chloe. All right. Hi, Chloe. This is fun to meet you. I guess energetically. All right, Chloe, let's look at this. First of all, I love the sweetness that comes from you. Like your energy is just like this. I'm seeing just a lot of bright-eyed energy around you. It's just like, I just want to learn. I just, it's like just a curiosity, just wanting to see things and experiencing things, but it's also very, very tied to your heart. So I feel like a lot of gifts here with being like thinking of others and how to be super kind to others and how to be compassionate. It has a lot of focus of the heart and the emotions and wanting to, you know, not hurt other people's feelings and not wanting to overstep, and just like there's just so much kindness that oozes from you. And then it's also just like kind of this bright-eyed wonder of like, yes, I wonder about this. And it's like this, just this soft and kind balance to that too. And then also I feel like there's something fun for you to come out your mouth in your expression. Do you like to write, or do you like to teach? Or like if you have something that you understand and you learned, is it kind of fun for you to then say, okay, like let me teach you how to do this? Like I can see just kind of this teacher, kind of a sharing energy coming from your mouth, or even putting something in stories. But it's very, again, it's very lovely. It's very soft and kind. And it's just, it can get through, it can actually get through to some people. So if you're helping someone like a sibling or someone, a peer or someone at school or something like that, I could actually see that your words would be able to help them because they're very clear and concise and very soft, but yet they make it through and people go, oh, okay. Like they feel like they can learn from you. So anyway, that is a lot of fun. So keep being you. That's really some fun little energies you got there. So let me know too. I love always, I love to hear how these resonate for you guys. Love, love, love to hear. And yeah, and as always, if you've got any questions for us, you can ask before, during, or after the show. You can put it in the comments you want us to look at it, or you can message the Intuition Gym or even email. So there's lots of ways to connect with us here, and please, you know, help us to grow us and share the page, share the message. We love all of you and we love connecting to others. So thanks for being here today, and I'll see you on the next one. Have a wonderful day. Bye.